Justin Senior here. Welcome to today's How to Sell Millions of Dollars of T-Shirts webinar training. And next up is design research. Okay, so this is about actually getting a design file, right? Our inventory is not a T-shirt, right? It's not a hoodie. Our inventory is simply a digital design file. And I'm going to show you a little example design that I have here. I'm going to bring it up on the screen right now. And this is a pug design. This is a transparent.png. This is a file that my T-shirt designer produced for me, right? This little 20 kilobyte file, this is my inventory. This design, it says this girl loves her husband and her pug, right? We're going to turn this into a T-shirt, okay? This little design file, this could be a potential 6 or 7 figure asset. This little 20 kilobyte file that's sitting on your hard drive right now, this could be turned on demand, can be turned into anything like a T-shirt, a hat, a hoodie, sweatpants, cell phone case, doesn't matter. Any of those products, we could take this design and turn it into any of those products. And again, we'll never touch that product. We'll never store it in our warehouse. We'll never have to figure out how to keep it in stock, et cetera, right? The T-shirt print on demand partner does all that, right? So this is going to be the design file, but how do we get this? Right? How are we going to get our designer to provide this file? Well, first of all, we need to have a designer, right? And again, if you join the T-shirt bootcamp, you get access to my designers inside here, right? Let's say you don't join the bootcamp. How are you going to get a designer? 99 Designs, freelancer.com, upwork.com, even Craigslist, you can find a designer, okay? Make sure you find a good T-shirt designer here, okay? And what we're going to do after that is then we have to actually go and do design research. We basically need to tell the designer what we want to have produced. So we need to do product research. We need to basically figure out how are we going, or what are we going to put on our T-shirt, okay? And there's an old way to do it and a new way to do it. I don't think many people do the old way anymore. The old way is kind of going through Google and Pinterest and Reddit and Instagram and finding popular images and then turning those into T-shirts, right? The good thing about that is we get to look at things like social proof, right? If we're on Reddit, for example, we can go and sort by things that are most popular. And if we find some cool images, right, maybe we could turn those into T-shirts, right? That's the old way to do it. The new way to do it, the real way that everyone who is kind of doing it well is doing it, is using basically a T-Spy database, okay? There's a couple different databases out there. Here's the one that I use. We can go check out this link. It's tee.justinsenior.com. This is where we're going to do our T-shirt design research. I'm going to show you how powerful this tool is, okay? And it's going to load into T-Spy. And don't let the word spy give you any negative connotation. All this is a database, right? It's a huge searchable database of T-shirt campaigns, okay? And all this information is publicly available. They just do a great job of putting it all into one big sortable, searchable database. So you come over here, click Use App. You could try it for free, right? And the kind of free functionality is still really, really powerful. What it's going to allow you to do is search through 1.2 million T-shirt campaigns and basically search and see tons and tons of T-shirt ideas. Let's say our niche is pugs. Right? We're going to go in here and type in pug. Okay, we'll type in pug, and we'll see all the shirts. There's probably thousands of shirts that have to do with pugs. We see 3,288 items, 3,288 shirts that have to do with pugs. Okay, and we can go through here and take a look at some of the images and get ideas here, get inspiration. And keep in mind, I'm not saying copy. Okay, do not copy pixel for pixel, but definitely get inspired by other designs, right? That's just basic T-shirt research. You got to get inspired by other designs, okay? Now, what's so powerful about this tool, right? Seeing all these things in one place, it's really great, right? 3,200 ideas in one place for one niche, that's awesome. But that's not at all the power of the tool, okay? The real power of the tool is when you have a paid account, you're able to unlock these filters, for example, sales, okay? And on the sales filter, it's going to tell you literally how many sales you've had in, or I'm not you, but how many sales the T-shirt has had in the past year. Okay, incredibly valuable information. Basically, what would you rather start with in terms of T-shirt research? Data that shows you how many likes a product has, like we can find that on Facebook, or data that shows you how many sales a product has had, right? Of course, we'd love to know the sales information. Knowing sales data is so valuable, right? Social engagement and stuff like that, that's not that valuable, right? But what's definitely valuable is knowing the sales data. Okay, so I'm over here. I logged into my paid account, and there's a couple different paid levels here. I'm on the business level, which is the most expensive, but you could even do the $27, which is the lowest paid one. That will also unlock the sales functionality. Okay, now we'll do the research again. Come back here to Pug, and we'll search for Pug, and now we're going to be able to unlock the sales filters. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to sort by shirts that have the most sales. Okay, we'll come up here and sort by sales. It's going to take a while because there's so many shirts on here, but it's going to go through and sort by most sales. We got to do it twice, actually, to sort by descending order. And we're going to see here, this shirt has 771 sales, okay? The Pug face, okay? Obviously, this is kind of a ripoff of the North Face, right? See over here, this is probably a St. Patrick's Day shirt, right? This sold 771 copies. This one sold 563 copies. This one sold 437 copies, right? You make $18 margin per shirt. Let's just do some of the math on here, right? 771 shirts times $18 margin. This campaign did $13,000 in net profit, right? $13,800 in profit on this shirt, right? So when we go to our designer, say, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Designer, I want to create a pug shirt, right? Again, I'm not saying copy, but we're definitely going to tell our designer, hey, this shirt sold 700 copies. This shirt sold 500 copies. Let's create designs that are similar to these. Now, again, let me be extra clear. I'm not saying copy, but I am definitely saying get inspired, right? And this sales information is invaluable. I'd much rather have sales information than any type of social information. I don't really care about likes and comments and shares and repins and Reddit votes. It's interesting information, but really what is so useful is sales information. And you're only going to find sales information over here on T-Spy. So basically, you'll go through T-Spy, you'll find all the different types of ideas, and then you'd provide a design brief to your designer. You'd say, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Designer, I want to create a pug shirt. I want the text to be this, and I want the shirt style to be similar to this. And then you send them links, right? You would actually literally send them links like these, right? You say, okay, I want it to be similar to this in terms of font, and I want it to be similar to this in terms of color, and I want it to be similar to this in terms of image, et cetera, right? Give your designer as much information as possible, okay? And obviously, every designer in the T-shirt bootcamp, they know how to create high-end T-shirt designs. You want to make sure that your designer understands that they're designing for a T-shirt, right? They need to create print-ready files, and that means .png, transparent .png files that are at least 2,400 pixels in size, or fully vector .eps Illustrator files. Okay, either one of those are going to work. Okay, so at that point, we'd give our designer brief, and he'd get back to you. He or she would get back to you with the actual design file, right? I showed you what this design file looks like, right there. Right? I showed you that is the design file, right? That's what you'd receive from your actual designer. Cool. So we have our design file, right? Our designer would come back and we basically say, okay, this looks great. We're going to finalize this design. Now we're going to take this design into Custom Cat. We're going to jump back around into our presentation here. This is where we were at previously. And you're taking a digital design file. You're taking this little 20 kilobyte image file on my PC. This could be a 6 or 7 figure asset. Right, you want to shoot for under $70 for a T-shirt design. Okay, you get it for $37 when you join the bootcamp. Again, definitely check this out. Check out all of the great features that you're getting with the bootcamp.